All right, what's up, y'all? We got another Yap session today. We're not going to try to talk about the same stuff we talked about in the last video, where we talked about unfair defensive mechanics like blocking deep mids from the rim and going through screens. I'm not talking about going around screens effectively. I'm talking about literally going through them, but we talked about that already. What we're talking about today is some different stuff. Specifically, we're going to be talking about just how they refuse to balance the game. I know you might be thinking, Tashin, that's literally what we just talked about. But this one's more so about how most of the pressure is on content creators for player retention. So if you don't know what player retention is how how effectively you can get people to continue playing your game after they download it. So if a person downloads the game, plays 3 matches, and then deletes it, that is not good player retention. But if someone downloads the game and they decide to keep it, they're still playing it maybe 1, 2, 3 years later on down the line, then that is good player retention. So the problem that we're having inside Streetball All-Star right now is all the pressure is being put on the content creators in terms of trying to make sure that people decide to keep playing this game. Because let's be real, bro, playing the game itself is just not fun anymore, right? Just playing the game itself is just not fun. I'm not enjoying the game unless I'm doing a video on it. And I'm at the point now where it's like, if you don't care about the decisions you make that will make people not want to play your game, why should I continue trying so hard making videos and content and trying to make these videos and content to try to keep these people playing this game by giving them information, by giving them fun and engaging content to watch, when you aren't willing to do the things on your end to make sure that people want to continue playing this game? Because, the whole purpose of me uploading this game on YouTube was so I can become a YouTuber and unlock a passive income so that I can make money while I'm asleep. I do make money while I'm asleep. It's not a whole lot because of the game that I'm uploading, and the game that I'm uploading isn't holding up their end of the stick by trying to do what they're supposed to do to keep people playing this game. These new players, they don't want to go against an ace elites with max ace assists, maxed out gear, all their affixes and maxed out talents. New players downloading the game does not want to go up against that kind of nonsense, Raccoon Digi. And even if their stuff isn't maxed, right, you take 2 new players, you put them side by side, or you put them inside the same match on opposing teams. This new player spent money to get his hands on Malik, and this new player decided, I'm not going to spend yet until I see what this game is like. So the player that decided not to spend any money yet, they have to queue up inside a ladder, and they run into Malik, and they're trying to shoot their threes, but Malik is blocking their threes from the free throw line. And they're just like, why is something like this inside the game? Why is he jumping so high? Why is his block height, block distance so strong? I'm not going to be able to shoot over this the way that I want to. Well, not in the way that I'd be able to enjoy it. Sorry, bro, I had a hiccup right there. But people are just going to look at that kind of stuff, and they're just going to be like, yeah, bro, I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game. And then you've got stronger competition out there now, like Dunk City Dynasty is here. I'm not too fond of that game's mechanics either. That's why you haven't seen me like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, switch over to Dunk City Dynasty, because I also don't like that game. It's like every 3v3 mobile basketball game has balancing issues that they just refuse to fix and or address because it makes them too much money. And what that does to people like me, the content creators, if you can't hold up your end of the stick and do what you're supposed to do to try to keep players here, why would I go the extra mile, spending 8, 9, 10 hours editing a video and recording it, getting all my clips, doing all this stuff inside my video, spending all this time, taking time away from my family to try to upload this game, and you're doing so bad on your end of keeping players playing the game that I'm getting maybe 300, 400 views. That's like maybe $1 or $2 per video. And bro, I'm not gonna continue working 9 to 12 hours a day on a video just to make $2 or $3 on that video, because I'm holding up my end, right? You look at, if you just scroll down to the bottom of my YouTube and just take a look at my very first upload, you're gonna see a substantial difference in my commentary. You're going to see a substantial difference in my editing. You're going to see a big difference in everything, man. Even the quality of the gameplay. I bought a $500 phone. I told myself I would never spend this much money on a phone, but I bought a $500 phone just so I could have smoother gameplay for the channel. So my commitment to trying to maintain the player base that we have and make sure it continues to grow. I have been holding up my end of the stick. Five has been holding up his end of the stick. You look at his editing, and his commentary. He has also come a long way. You look at Gold Guard for the time that he was here. He definitely held up his end of the stick. But the only person that refuses to hold up their end of the stick is Raccoon Digi, because players are telling us YouTubers, we don't like when you do this. Please do this instead. And what do us YouTubers do? We do what they requested because we know that we're trying to please as many people as we possibly can, because we know the more people you please, the more money you're going to receive. And, you know, they're just too focused on fast money, bro. Like why is the focus so strong on fast money? The game is going to die, bro. Like, this game is going to die. It's inevitable at this point, right? It's inevitable. This game is going to die, bro. And I can't see myself continuing to spend 9 to 12 hours a day editing a video just to upload it and get 20 likes and 300 to 400 views because we don't have enough people playing the game. Since we don't have enough people playing the game, we don't have enough people that's looking for content to teach them how to play or just something that they can watch. And, you know, we're basically advertising their game for free, bro. Like, they're giving us in-game resources. Okay, you know, that's fine. That's cool. You know, I get my little 200 rubies, my little 3,000 gems, my free character every month. But what is that doing to feed my family, bro? Like, I upload a Sophia breakdown. Off the free character, I get 300 or 400 views. That's like $1 or $2. What's that going to do for my family, bro? And this is the part that Raccoon Digi is not getting. You can't put all the pressure on your content creators, Raccoon Digi. You have to hold up your end of the stick when it comes down to player retention, because you know as well as I do, the reason why games want content creators is because content creators boost player retention. Because I know if there's a game I haven't played in forever, or it's just a game that I just so happen to run into, especially if it's a game I haven't played in forever, if I'm just scrolling down my YouTube feed or my shorts feed and I end up seeing a video of that game and the video looks good, it's crisp, it's nice, good quality and everything else like that, I'm gonna want to play that game, right? Now, how many times have y'all been on YouTube? You weren't even thinking about Streetball All-Star, right? You weren't even thinking about the game. And then you run into one of my videos, one of Five's videos, one of Gold Guard's videos. You see the video, you watch it, and you're like, all right, now I want to play some Streetball All-Star. That got me wanting to play. Now, how often has that happened to y'all? Because it happens to me all the time. Like, I'm playing something completely different. I see Five upload a video. I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and check that out. I click on it, and by the time I'm done watching it, I'm ready to play myself. So, yeah, man, we holding up our end of the stick, bro. Like, we holding up our end of the stick. Raccoon Digi, you have to hold up your end of the stick. People are telling you we do not like these broken blocking mechanics. People are telling you we do not like shooting guards making consistent contested threes. People are telling you all this stuff. We don't like not being able to buy characters for gems anymore. They're telling you all this stuff, Raccoon Digi. And instead of giving them what they want, you try to find like these kind of workarounds. Like, you try to work around the issue instead of actually fixing it. It's like, okay, you don't like having to go up against a lease. How about we make it easier for you to obtain a lease so that you can also have her? But it's like, once we're in Diamond, only one person can pick that character. So yeah, man. I mean, like I said in the last video, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, because we're holding up our end of the stick, Raccoon Digi. there was 3 of us on this end of the stick. Literally 3 of us on this end of the stick. We built our YouTube careers off of your game. Gold Guard built his YouTube career off of your game. I built my YouTube career off of your game. Five built his YouTube career off of your game. You've got 3 people on this end of the stick holding it up, and you just standing there texting on your phone while we holding up the stick. Like, what are we doing here, bro? It's reaching a point. It's reaching a point. I mean, it's not even about me having to face this stuff anymore. It's about, is this game retaining enough players to make it worth uploading still. Because at this point, I'm just uploading for the handful of people that I got left. I used to get way more views than I'm getting right now. I'm talking way more views than I'm getting right now. I'm talking thousands. I used to get thousands of views. I didn't have to wait 2-3 months to get 1,000 views on a video. But as things are right now, it's at that point, bro. I mean, it might be at that point where anyone that's uploading SBA is probably just time to move on, bro. I mean, you can move on to Dunk City Dynasty. You can move on to Roblox. You can move on to doing edits. Just move on to something, bro. Just move on to something, because we're holding up our end of the stick. Look at Raccoon Digi, right? Look at Raccoon Digi right now. What are they doing on that end of the stick? They're not holding it up. They're not holding up their end, bro. It's not worth it to upload SBA in 2025. They're just not retaining enough players. Too many people are quitting the game, and the handful of people that are here, it's only a handful of them. So yeah, man. This isn't me saying that I will never upload SBA again, but I will never spend 8, 9, 10 hours editing a video for Streetball All-Star ever again. Never in my life will I ever again, until they decide to hold up their end of the stick. I am not spending 9 to 10 hours editing a video just for me to throw it up there. And we've got so few players playing this game that I'm barely getting any views. It's like I said, bro, 300 or 400 views. What's that gonna do for my family? That's not gonna do anything, bro. So yeah, you're looking for money, probably a good time to stop uploading it. If you're looking for subs, right now is definitely a good time to get started, because I'm not going to be doing this, not very frequently, and the videos that I do upload is probably going to be mostly raw footage aside from cuts and transitions. I'm not going to be doing my little sliding text. I'm not going to be slapping characters up on the screen to give you a visual representation of who they are, because all that stuff is just way too time consuming, and it doesn't justify the amount of money that I'm making from taking all that time to do all that editing. And I can put that towards something else, bro. Like, I can put my current editing skills, I can put that towards something else. I can put that toward a game that decided they're gonna hold up their end of the stick, and you know, I can help them maintain their player base because they're holding up their end of the stick. I'm not dragging this stick by myself. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Legendary Yap session. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about them refusing to do what the majority player base wants. I'll catch y'all next one, man.